Hey everybody, Naruto fan FB here. Look at that.
How you doing today, guys?
This is Matt. He's
not dead.
You got him alive over there. I'll stop this from being distracted. So, Naruto 612.
The ultimate Shinobi Alliance Jutsu.
The power of friendship. Which apparently is not that strong.
Yeah. Spoilers, guys.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I wasn't super happy with the chapter. I was reading it, and I was kind of just like, so this is really cool that they're all working together, and it's like really like hand in hand, like we can do this. But at the end of the chapter, like before I even got to the end, I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like it doesn't make any sense for it to work. I'm sorry.
Well, why do you think it wouldn't work? Because it'd be like such a bitch waiting for the 10 tails to go out if it did work?
Yeah, and just because like it makes no sense for it to like just because everyone shows up like, oh, let me just do some jutsus and yeah, cement jutsu, yay! Everyone can go home now. It's
war's over.
War's over. Yay! It's like
we beat Hitler, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for that to happen.
Do you feel the same? Do you have anything to add about that?
I mean, like, who are these people? Like, even looking at every panel, like, who's using the fire jutsu, who's using, like, the earth element. Like, it's
well,
not
the Saratobi clan was in there. The Saratobi clan uses fire.
Yeah, but, like, when was the when
like,
have you ever seen them
any of them was, like,
ever,
a
like,
character in the show?
Like, tell me who that guy was. Like, the one guy in the middle.
I think it was actually just the same guy, like,
Randy
duplicated.
Jenkins. Yeah, right away. It was like, copy, paste, like,
yeah.
Enhance.
Trace.
I'll give this guy a mustache, though.
Yeah. You get a goatee.
I'll add this, and this is actually speaking to what I said last week, because I feel like this is a quintessential chapter of like the point I brought up last week with try-fail cycles, because this is exactly what I was talking about, where they try, they're like, oh, this is going super well, and then the last panel, it's like, but then they don't realize, what they don't realize is that it's not going to work at all, and this has been
that's like a recurring theme throughout Naruto, from the Haku fight, like, when Naruto gets... He's like, it looks like he's fighting well against Haku, and then all of a sudden she does the mirror.
No, I'm just saying I find it interesting that it's like the week before I brought this up, and then like this chapter is literally what I was talking about over the course of several chapters condensed into one single chapter, and it's like,
yeah, but I like that didn't bother me that much. I felt like it didn't have to be like 17 pages of
what does that chapter do?
Move.
Like, it's like, okay, the jutsu that we wanted to do didn't work. That could have been done in three pages. Easy. It's like, jutsu doesn't work. Then, like, Madara's like, uh-oh, they're gonna get fucked up. Let's fuck them up. And then you have 14 pages of awesome badassery.
And on top of that, I felt like it was a little redundant in the sense that it once again was just Naruto saying, like, this world's not going to end. I'm not going to let you end it. This world's not going to end. And Obito saying, this world's going to end. I'm going to end it. This world's going to end. Like, the same thing that they've both been saying for the last how many chapters.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, Naruto, and we get it, Obito. Like, you want to end the world, and you want to save the world. We got this theme already.
Yeah.
We don't have to embed it in our hands with a nail. Like...
Like, do you think if you like someone that like reads all these chapters like in large chunks, like people that actually like, get the books, they're just like, oh my god, can we just all get past the fact that you want to be Hokage, or like you, or like that you want to like save the world and the world's peaceful and that the world can like join up together? It's
like Kishimoto's like, hey, they might have forgotten where Naruto stands with this whole thing. Let me just remind
well, it's a weekly format. I can understand that almost because it's like when you have like a series show, like I don't know, like I guess like. I'm gonna pick Battlestar Galactica as the example that you always have.
Battlestar Galactica.
But like, there's little hooks where it's like this is the hook from last week. Then there's the middle, and then there's the end with a new hook. But the problem is
a recap type thing.
Like a little bit of recap. The problem is that the recap happens the entire chapter.
Yeah.
And
it's a little bit different because you're talking about a TV show.
Yeah, I know what I'm about with the weekly. I'm just saying with the weekly format that's like something.
Yeah, it's kind of something like that. But Naruto's, like, essence is, like, never give up.
Never
and, like,
surrender.
That's my ninja way. Like, I can guess in the future, the next time there's a conflict, that Naruto's gonna be like, I'm not gonna give up on this world, and I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah.
Like, Naruto doesn't give up on anything. Like, Sasuke, Rasengan, Vijay, like, anything.
Right,
So,
and I mean, another big problem that I've had with it is, like, okay, like, the one example is, like, when he's fighting Kabuto, like, you know, for the first time, like when he first learns Rasengan, like there's more to it than just like I'm not gonna let you beat up, you know, Tsunade or whatever, because he like, you know, he had like that bet to stuff. Like, he had like a secondary like
Motivation
to prove that he could be Hokage. It's not like he's like, if I beat you, I become Hokage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not like I really care about Hinata or whoever shows up. You saw that like line that they dropped, like, oh, you're gonna act all tough. Maybe that was last week, but
that was actually one of the reasons I love the Pain fight so much, was that, like, before that, everyone's like, we're pretty chill with Naruto, but Naruto's also, like, still kind of, like, not trusted, and then he beats Pain, and he's like, yeah, Naruto, this guy's awesome. And, like, that was a really, not, like, a great endpoint, but I feel like a good transition from, like, old Naruto to what we have kind of now.
where everyone's
where the narrative changes.
I'm gonna stop for a split second.
Sure.
Real quick, this chapter review has turned into like weaknesses in Naruto's plot points and trifail cycles and everything. The reason why this is happening is because we were talking about all this prior to it, so it kind of might have spilled into our chapter review.
We should focus on the chapters, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Why isn't Madara using Izanami to like beat everyone right now? That's what I want to know.
Real quick, I feel like this chapter was necessary just to get all these superfluous characters out of the way. It's like, oh crap, all these guys can't work. Because if it was just like, you know, the characters that we knew, like Gaara, Lee and everything, everyone's probably moving, where's the rest of the army? So I feel like he's just kind of like getting them out of the way now so we can focus more on the characters.
I also think that it was very important to do because before they were all split up into their different platoons and fighting against the like different Edo Tensei, like whoever it was, but now they're all joined together and it's clear that this war is between the Shinobi and Madara and Obito and like their army or the Ten Tails or whatever. So I do appreciate the fact that everyone showed up and they're all united, and the fact that they could execute a perfectly coordinated attack like Madara said. But at the same time, I kind of felt like this chapter was a little redundant, a little unnecessary. I don't know if it happened to you, but at one point I got to the end of the chapter and I kind of expected another page. I felt like they ended on like a soprano note where like they were in the middle of saying something and the screen just went black. Like,
right, I expected one more panel.
Yeah, I thought that it was gonna be like he was like, it's ridiculous, it's pitiful how they cling on to hope that doesn't exist. And then I was expecting like the Ten Tails to just like break out and you almost see a form of something or something along those lines, and it just like
instead it's like saying they have no idea what's coming and then it just cuts.
But even like that would have been fine too, but like I felt like whenever that usually happens, the words are bold, the words like are huge, like stick out, and it's clear that this is like the last thing that they're saying. It was like normal font and like it was like almost small. Like
it was.
It was a very mute moment.
Yeah, I didn't really feel any
but
emotion.
Also like I don't know. I was kind of excited at the end, like, oh shoot, because I
I was excited after I realized that this was the end of the chapter and next week shit's about to get real. But at first I was like, next page, well, okay, I guess the chapter ends. So I like went back and reread everything to like make sure I didn't miss anything. But that was just what happened with me.
Yeah.
I think the passivity that Obito and Madara have very, like, it's peculiar. I think it's really weird that they just kept letting shit happen to them. They're like, oh, we're so strong that we can't get beaten. But then it's like, then why not kill him? Like,
that's the thing. Like, and then, Obito's kind of on that shit where he was just like, why don't we just mow them down? Like, when he wanted to use the Ten Tails power, but then obviously they prevented him from doing that. But one of the things that's, like I said to you, like, is a concern is that Madara is so arrogant and so full of himself and so, like, whatever about this whole fight. Like, he's, even when they did, like, that flash move or whatever, Madara standing with, he still got his hand on his hip, not giving a fuck. He does, like, partial Sasuke to protect himself.
What you just said was very interesting, where you said that, like, it was like Obito was saying, let's mow him down, and then Madara was saying, like, let's not. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Kyle.
What's up, Kyle? No, we're not done. But you want to come and say hi?
Sure.
This is our friend Kyle.
What's up?
Kyle's mad good at sniping. I said in the other video, if you play Call of Duty and you think you're better than him, 1v1 him. Get at me, bro.
Do it.
Let me get at him.
Get at him, bro.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, a couple weeks ago you were saying that how, like, Madara was like, oh, let's test the power of the Ten Tails, and Obito was like, no, let's just do the plan.
Yeah.
and then that's kind of like a reversal.
Yeah, now Madara's kind of.
And I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, whatever. They're not gonna
Lackadaisical
hire
bullshit. What was I going to say? Do you have anything to say about this?
I just want to see
that's
Madara
about
do
it.
something. Oh,
Yeah, I
one
wanna
thing that
see-
you brought up too was at the end when they're like, all right, they have like this great plan about taking care of the Ten Tails and their cement thing, and then they're like, now if you're gonna attack Madara, make sure you're using taijutsu.
Yeah.
That sounds like a terrible
That's
idea.
a fucking terrible idea when he has the Susanoo
He has Susanoo
armor.
going on, and on top of that, he's Madara. He can look at you and paralyze
blow
you,
up.
like put you in a genjutsu, like make you kill you. It's like why these are
He cut someone in half with a tree.
these are not not normal like this. He's not a normal ninja.
Yeah.
He took on five Hokages and five Kages
Mm-hmm.
and
Asuma's
destroyed
third
them.
cousin isn't going to beat Madara. Like,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Like, this Scrandy Jenkins over here is not going to do a fireball jutsu, and that's going to be the end of Madara. So I really feel like they need to reevaluate their attack plan on Madara. And
Well, Obito too. Though it's like, well, he can only do this thing for 5 minutes. When was that mentioned? I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, I get I'm sure they analyzed the situation just because of the fight between Kakashi and all them, which is great. And they did mention that because Obito said when he fought Conan that he can, Conan actually said to Obito, he's like, I've studied you for a while and you can only
That's right.
you can
Okay,
only
so
do
they
it for
analyzed
5
it.
minutes. That's why she made like 200.
Honestly, the thing is, I can't keep up with it because they keep changing what his weaknesses are. It's like, well, at first you can only phase part of your body, but the rest of it stays, and then he can phase anything.
That was
and then
before
like,
they were like sure of what he can do.
I know, but it was just like way up there. It's almost like Kishi didn't know what Toby actually did for a long time.
I feel like that's kind of what happens with a lot of mangas. Like when the story goes on for so long, you kind of forget what your original idea.
No one forgets the Superman can fly. Like that's like when you create a character, you know the power. You should know powers beforehand. That's what I think. I don't know.
Okay. Well, just some things to look forward to. I feel like, the Kages, like at least 4 of them are gonna show up. Like
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
You
at
don't
all.
think they're
No,
gonna
no,
show up?
Not at all. That's one thing I was a little concerned about. Like all these shinobis are at this battlefield right now, and again, nobody's like I feel I don't know if they're just like they have tunnel vision and they completely forget about like what is going on with everybody else. But when you gather all these shinobis, I would have immediately been like, yo, so Madara was fighting the Kages. He's here now. Where are they?
yeah.
And nobody's like, is Tsunade okay? Like,
I just thought they
Gaara
all
okay?
just assumed that they were dead.
I feel like someone should mention that. There should be like a moment where just like, yeah, they didn't make it, or like, yeah, we sent a medical team to help them, or like something along those lines. And no one gives a fuck about Yamato.
Yeah.
Fuck him. He's not a real person anymore because he's been gone for mad long. And you would think that Naruto being Naruto and all the shit that Yamato's done for everyone in this fucking village, you would think that someone would have went on some stealth mission to try to find him. Because
Or
I know
Anko. Like, where's Anko at? Like, she's gone, right?
Oh, she's still
It's
like
like she's
a coma.
asleep. Like, she's a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no one's mentioning
I
that.
hate her too. She
I
needs
don't-
to die.
I liked her.
She was lame.
No, she
I
was
don't.
What is she?
You know what? Maybe
Shouldn't have
I
been
have a problem with women. I don't know. Like I guess because like she's like both of them are very strong-willed characters that like they don't take no shit from no man. So I feel like
bothers me.
I feel like that bothers me. Like calm down. Like no one's trying to
Like if
take
you're wearing
you
a
down.
fishnet shirt, you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I also
I don't
kind
know.
of hope. I mean, it'd be lame, but I really like. I don't even like him, but I kind of want to go to Sasuke now. Like,
Yeah, I kind of want to see what happened with that because they cock tease so hard with that. It's like the man who knows everything. Let's go somewhere. Skip back to Naruto.
right. Well, honestly, now I'm starting to think that like we're gonna like Sasuke's gonna learn something about like, the Sage of Six Paths and his like how he sealed the Ten Tails. Like I think Sasuke's gonna get that information.
That'd be interesting.
yeah, because we actually were talking about this before. It's like who could see like even like best case scenario that they like immobilize the Ten Tails. They like take Madara and Obito out of the picture. What are they gonna do with the Ten Tails? They can't just sit there.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna seal it?
He's like, and hey kids, this is where the Ten Tails is. It's in a cement, but don't touch.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
It'll break out. So like
But-
the Ten Tail.
It's like that one episode of Futurama where like they
just
launched
for
the
the
trash into
progression of
space.
the show, like it's not at the point where like Naruto and Sasuke fought, and then Madara showed up, and the Ten Tails was revived, and now Sasuke and Naruto need to team up to defeat the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails is there first. Naruto and Sasuke haven't met yet. Orochimaru is still alive. The Nine Tails is still with Naruto, and the Eight Tails is still with B. So at this point, I feel like Sasuke. Well, the Ten Tails first. Something needs to happen with that. Something needs to happen with Madara. Whether Madara is going to be the final villain, that's besides the point. But with the Ten Tails, something needs to happen because the whole final conflict between Sasuke and Naruto, there's too many other things that will be distractions, and
they
so
need to have a good fight,
Yeah.
just like a one-on-one.
But I'm so ready for that good fight to happen, and then Madara have used Izanami way before that, and then it's like it means nothing. It's like I changed reality.
With the whole Izanami and Izanagi thing, I feel like we might just be disappointed. We're gonna look. Something's gonna happen in the fight, and we're just gonna be like, you know what? If I was Madara, I would have just done this because I have unlimited chakra and I can just do whatever the fuck I want because I'm Madara.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at this point, Madara's gotten every single technique that's like. Before things weren't overpowered because it was like one technique that was strong but had some.
Every technique has a weakness. Yeah.
But now you got this one guy who has like every single technique pretty much thrown in one, and
he's also immortal.
Not only every single technique, but like, for example, Sasunu, which was like before like a perfect
Really
defense. Now he has perfect Sasunu, which is just like, well, if he had a perfect defense before,
more perfect,
the more perfect. That's back to the whole like evil. If you watch our Bleach review, the whole evil and
then the pure evil, or the more wicked than pure evil.
So once again, if Sasunu is Hitler, then perfect Sasunu is the black cat in the basement. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Matt's like,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I kind of want Naruto to like come up to a situation where he can't win. Like I feel like, this is a good example of that. I want him to learn that like maybe his ideals can't always bring the victory that he wants.
Yeah.
Right. Or I mean,
I think it would give a lot more depth to Naruto.
It would, because it wouldn't be. He'd be like, instead of being like, I'm gonna be the Hokage and the world's gonna be peaceful and all that, he'd be like, look, it's about me protecting the people I love. It's about me, bringing peace to the world, but at the same time realizing that I can't change everybody. Because I don't want this Church of Naruto is getting
I feel
stale.
like he needs to.
And it would have been cool, I think, if like he was like promoted to Hokage like almost before the Ten Tails happened. So there's like more at stake. Like I have to protect the village. Like this is your
duty.
Now.
Right now he's doing it because it like what does he do? Is he like what happened to missions? Like he's just like doing his own thing.
Like the last.
What happened to that guy's bridge that he helped?
Yeah, like
are people still doing that?
They did things. They used to do stuff.
And aren't there people who aren't ninja? Like
yeah, so, like what are they doing? Like the lords were there, and like
all the feudal lords, and you haven't really seen the shinobi. Not shinobi. The samurai. Oh, you saw a little bit in the manga, but you haven't really. They didn't show up to the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, they were supposed to be. They could have been helpful because they had like chakra cutting stuff or something like they were trained to fight specifically against ninja.
Samurai?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they show it?
Oh, what if
Mifune
there's like
was
a
there.
Madara samurai?
Yeah, but
Madara
saying, like,
right there.
he wasn't there at the whole like shinobi gathering. They were like, "Hey, listen, this is like a shinobi thing, so you." It's
sorry.
This is awkward.
I was gonna say something. We're gonna talk about Madara and Obito are currently connected to the Ten Tails, right, through a chakra thread. And I was wondering, since the Wind Rasengan Shuriken like slices chakra, I was thinking that like maybe that could do it. Like that would disconnect them from the Tail Beast, and the Tail Beast would go insane, maybe, and then like Madara would be like, I can't complete the plan. God, oh no. And then I would throw like a little bit of a wrench into the works. So
yeah, well, I mean the Wind Shuriken might do that, but at the same time, like the Ten Tails is like hatching or something. Like
hatching?
Yeah, right. That's what that looked like from the last panel. Maybe it was just the tails.
I really hope that there's this weird thing where like the Ten Tails like bursts out and then like comes back in and it's actually like really small.
Yeah, right.
Like it's like he's just like human sized, but he's like I'm super powerful, like
cool.
Cell,
like Kid
Buu, yeah, I guess,
because he was like all loud and like big before, and then turned to like this small little like OD powerful
kid.
Like all the chakra gets condensed into like a small body,
little nugget of evil, or tidal force.
Which All right. I know this video is kind of running on, but like I keep going from point to point. I get that Madara is kind of knows a lot about a lot of things and whatnot, but like, how the fuck does he know about like the Ten Tails' perfect form? Like,
Yeah,
he
he was
just
around for that.
resurrected.
Yeah,
the
I was
Ten
thinking
Tails,
that, like,
and he's just
did he
like,
see a picture of it before? Like, did he know? Like...
Maybe he met the man that knows everything, because Madara just seems to know way too much about everything, and that's giving him a huge advantage, and maybe that's the reason why he's so arrogant. You need a comment question.
Why? Why does this keep happening?
Um,
Why does Naruto constantly fail and then like pull it through by the skin of his teeth? Is it because it makes him a good character? Probably. I answered my own question. Find a better question.
Do you think that the chapter should go to the next chapter should go to Sasuke and Orochimaru, or do you think that it should stay with the perfect Ten Tails? Because at this point, it's not actually a bad point to leave, because it's at like a strong point,
right.
with the whole Ten Tails. It's not like it's leaving in the middle of like nothing. It would be leaving at a point where it's
It
like,
is kind of leaving in a weird spot, but like
a little bit, but
Can I ask a silly question?
sure.
Like if Naruto doesn't beat the Ten Tails, I want to know your theory for how a ninja that's not Sasuke and not Naruto, how they beat Madara.
Yeah.
Like, why should the manga be renamed Kiba? Like, I'd like to hear that. I think that'd be funny.
So leave your comment questions below. If you have any questions for us or whatnot, throw them out there. We'll see you next week, I guess.
Goodbye, everyone.
Forever. Wait,
That's Matt. That's John. This is Andy.
Oh.
that's Andy. That's Matt. That's John. That's Kyle. That's
Hi, Kyle.
Mario.
Bye bye.
Okay.